Hey everybody, Fulcrum here. We are here with the SAG-AFTRA strike. We are at the House of Mouse, you can see there behind me. What are we calling it?
Malt Kidney.
Malt Kidney is the current name that we're doing. My good friend Rachel here is actually an actress. I just play one on social media content. It's really just trying to continue to bring awareness to what all the industry people are really dealing with. And if you notice, like, there's a lot more strikes that are happening. We just recently had a new unionization of the VFX artists.
85% of actors don't have health insurance and can't afford to live.
When you're out here in Southern California here and you kind of know the people in the industry, it is not like fortune and glory. It is a lot of hard work. Essentially, half the time you are paying to try to get work. And so you're making nothing. Like, you're just trying to get your name on something, and that's essentially what you're trying to fight for. But in doing so, you're not able to make a living. You're not able to afford health insurance. You have to have multiple jobs just to survive out here. And of course, you know, the expensive living is just on the rise, but your pay in the industry is constantly decreasing. So with inflation, you're getting less and less when it comes to this. Although I don't work in the industry, I'm glad I don't because of the conditions. I'm so sorry for you. I've definitely had my fair share of gigs when it comes to like my dance career and being in the industry, and it is not easy. Like, just a day of work, you're essentially destroying yourself for very little pay. Like, half the time I walked away with like $100.
This is week four for the actors, and tomorrow is going to be day 100 for the writers.
Honestly, you see this kind of around the country right now, where a lot of different people are both unionizing or going on strike. Because honestly, the corporations are trying to get away with as much as they can. And even right now, you see articles about them trying to, the studios developing more AI technology in order to replace all the actors and actresses without their permission, mind you. I know, yeah. Okay, that's support. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing if you know about striking. You know, as far as in a content creator like myself, trying to avoid talking about struck work, everything from the current shows and thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. From the current shows and TV shows, movies and shows that are coming out, but also just not talking about struck work from the companies that, if it were made today, would be struck work. So anything from Star Wars, of course, is my bag. Thank you. I appreciate that. Talking about like old Star Wars movies and TV shows or anything like that, we're just not talking about it right now, just in solidarity for showing support for everything. But of course, we do want you to consume, because all the people that did create that work want you to see that work.
And the bottom line is that we're all out here because we're passionate about film and TV, and like you, we love watching film and TV, and we want it to continue, but we also want to be paid living wages where we can afford to pay our rent, afford to buy food without having to work 2 or 3 jobs in order to do it.
And of course, when it comes to unions, the one power that they do have is striking, because without any of the artists, without any of the writers, you don't have any of this. Like, it comes to a standstill. And right now, the studios are essentially trying to starve out all the artists, hoping that because they already can't really make a living, is that they're going to be willing to come to the table much earlier and just agree to whatever the studios want, versus actually listening to the demands. And so right now the studios are trying to do everything they can almost to get rid of a lot of the artists.
Yeah, this is not just Hollywood. This is about creatives and artists everywhere getting paid fairly, getting their art used fairly. This is about the average worker getting fair pay, minimum wage rising, having more affordable housing. This is all a part of that.
So, last thing I want to say is union strong. Let's do this.